श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः।
श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः।
श्रीगणेशाय नमः। श्रीसरस्वत्यै नमः। श्रीपादवल्लभ नरसिंह सरस्वती श्रीमन्दत्तात्रेय नमः।
श्रीदत्तात्रेयाय नमः।
सद्गमया
सद्गमय सोमा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्तिः।
Okay, Kitala, sit. Ready. Start. Padmasana. Start. I will start, okay? Once we are all in the position, then after that only I can start. Is it too bad for the lighting? Can I cry? I'm putting it on. I'm putting it on. I'm putting it on. Okay, as your this guy is as your son and is bothering you, make okay, sure that you turn on the clock. Okay, quiet. First, you put Padmasana, Mayla. You put Padmasana. No, yes, put you. No, that is not Padmasana. No, here like this. Chin Mudra. Close your eyes. Eyes closed. Eyes closed. Your vision on this point. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Start. सर्वचैतन्यरूपां ताम् आद्यां विद्यां च धीमहि बुद्धिं यानः प्रचोदयात् सर्वचैतन्यरूपां ताम् आद्यां विद्यां च धीमहि बुद्धिं यानः प्रचोदयात् सर्वचैतन्यरूपां ताम् आद्यां विद्यां च धीमहि बुद्धिं यानः प्रचोदयात् सर्वचैतन्यरूपां ताम् आद्यां विद्यां च धीमहि बुद्धिं यानः प्रचोदयात् सर्वचैतन्यरूपां ताम् आद्यां विद्यां च धीमहि बुद्धिं यानः प्रचोदयात् सर्वचैतन्यरूपां ताम् आद्यां विद्यां च धीमहि बुद्धिं यानः प्रचोदयात् Take your breath slowly, very, very slowly. As you are breathing in, your abdomen should go out. As you are breathing out, your abdomen should go in. Very slowly. नमः ॐ दत्ताय नमः ॐ दत्ताय नमः ॐ दत्ताय नमः ॐ ब्रां दत्ताय नमः ॐ ब्रां दत्ताय नमः ॐ दत्ताय नमः ॐ दत्ताय नमः ॐ ब्रां दत्ताय नमः ॐ दत्ताय नमः। 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 ॐ ॐ दत्ताय नमः। ॐ दत्ताय नमः। ॐ दत्ताय नमः। ॐ दत्ताय नमः। ॐ ब्रह्म दत्ताय ॐ दत्ताय नमः। ॐ दत्ताय नमः। ॐ दत्ताय ॐ दत्ताय ॐ दत्ताय ॐ दत्ताय नमः। ॐ दत्ताय नमः। ॐ slowly come out. Rub your hands. Keep the warm hands on your eyes. Okay. Sahaj pranayama. 10 cycles. ॐ ग्रां दत्ताय नमः। ॐ ग्रां दत्ताय नमः। ॐ ग्रां दत्ताय नमः। ॐ ग्रां दत्ताय नमः। दत्ताय नमः। ॐ द्रां 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 दत्ताय नमः. Slowly come out. And let us do the Anulom Vilom, the Nadish, Surya Nadish. This one. So, left in. First leave all the air out, and then left in, right out. Right in, left out. One cycle. So, let us do 9 more like that. Matlana, in front of your Anahata Chakra. Shri Amruteshwaraya Namah Shivaya. 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 Freedom. Nothing. Oh. श्री सरस्वती नमः। श्रीपादवल्लभ नरसिंह
सरस्वती श्री गुरु दत्तात्रेयाय नमः। सतो मा सत्मया तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय अमृतंगमय शांति शांति शांति
Shanti. Shanti. You should, nobody should say. That's a wrong way to say. Okay? Shanti. Nobody. No, I'm just telling. That I did not say that somebody is saying it. I'm just saying. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana
भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै
Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahay. Om
ॐ
Shanti.
शान्ति
Shanti.
शान्ति
Shanti.
शान्ति
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो
देवो
महेश्वरः
महेश्वरः
गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे
गुरवे
नमः।
नमः।
त्वमेव माता च पिता
पिता
त्वमेव
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 बन्धुश्च
बन्धुस्तथा
सखा
त्वमेव
त्वमेव त्वमेव
त्वमेव
विद्याधरं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव।
वन्दे
वन्दे गुरुपरद्वन्द्वं नवाङ्मानसगोचरम् सत्यमूर्तमहासत्यमूर्तैगुणम् ज्ञानानन्दमयं
ज्ञानन्दमयं
देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवम् उपास्महे। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। नमस्कार. But in a plural way. Plurally. नारायण समारम्भाम् व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां नित्यनिर्मलस्फटिकाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। पूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। Like that. Okay. व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं
शक्ते
शक्ते
पौत्रमकल्मषम्
परात्मजं वन्दे सुखदातं तपोनिधिं व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। सर्वचैतन्यरूपं ताम् आद्यां विद्यां श्रीहेरम्बगणपतये नमः। श्रीहेरम्बगणपतये नमः। श्रीहेरम्बगणपतये नमः। दीनार्थवाचकः रम्भः कानकवाचकः दीनानां परिपालकं हेरम्बं प्रणमाम्यहम्। Two more times. Deenarthavacha Deenanam paripalakam Keram pranamyaham Deenarthavacha Rambah palakavachakah Deenanam paripalakam Keram pranamyaham. I will share this verse. Okay. So, what did we learn yesterday?
About the Brahma Rakshasa.
Brahma Rakshasa, yeah.
And
Okay.
the Mushtika, the full story.
Mustika, the full story we learned, right? And it is about, it explains, it is from, that story is from Ganesha Purana, right? Uttarakhanda. So, you are learning Purana stories also. Okay, hand in hand. So, you should be, we should be very, we are very fortunate because we are able to talk about all that stuff. Okay, and that is about which Ganapati Mahima?
Heramba Ganapati.
Heramba Ganapati. Okay, so whenever somebody is in difficulty, any sorrow, destitute, or any kind of problems, the tantric way to worship, to whom to worship is
Heramba Ganapati Namaha.
Heramba.
Yes. I have a question.
Yes.
Why does Heramba Ganapati and Brahma have the same amount of faces?
Not only
Head.
Brahma, if you come to Shiva, Shiva also has 5 faces. And Panchamukhanjanaya, 5 faces. Shiva
Why
also
does
has 5.
everybody get 5 faces?
That's a very good question. Faces represent, okay, that they can see in all directions. The 5 faces or 6 faces or how many faces they have, they can see it the face, actually they don't, you cannot see, they're just light, right? The face is there means with face what do? You main feature is see.
Eat.
When you
Hear.
yeah. But generally when something you are facing that way means you are looking at it, right?
Yeah.
So he is looking in your direction and this direction and this direction and this direction and top also.
What about
Up
down?
also.
What about down?
Down also. That down, that face is not visible. That's what you can say. But you can say that. But in order to show that, that is why so many faces are shown. Okay, and that is because they are all same kind of faces. If you look at Panchamukhanjanaya, everybody knows Panchamukhanjanaya?
Yeah.
Some of
Garuda,
you. Right? So one face is Garuda, one face is
I
Vanara,
forgot. In Ganapati.
one face is Narasimha, one face is Hayamukha.
Why is Narasimha in there?
Narasimha because he protects. Narasimha face means protection. Okay. Vanara face means that is also like jnanam, protection, and everything. And Garuda face is there means he is going to protect you from the poisons, illnesses, any kind of illnesses. That is the reason of it. The every face has a reason. Varaha means what? One who is very who can who protected earth, right? So when he came in the Varaha form, like that, when Vishnu came in the Varaha form, so Varaha form also it represents like wherever you are, you will be protected. That's one thing. And knowledge form, another one is horse face, the Hayamukha. Hayagriva, I told you, wherever there is horse, generally is there for devatas, it means they are the forms of knowledge. Okay. So that is why the prayojanam for having so many faces is not because they literally have it, it shows that they can see in all directions. That is the reason why. Okay. Now, today we are going to start, and again I told you, this is what way of worship, like when we are trying to get some kind of use out of these namas, right? So this means it is tantric way of worship. Okay, if you go to tantric if you go to northern parts of India, there is another way of different kinds of worships where they follow. There are 2 ways of worship, guys. Okay, one is samayachara, dakshinachara, or samayachara. Say that samayachara.
Samayachara.
It is like sattvic way of worship. And there is another way where is where is tamasic way of worship. Okay, tamasic meaning like they kill animals, they kill animals.
That's called
And they sacrifices. This kind of worship is there. And that is known as Vamachara. Say that? Vamachara. So you will come across all kinds of worship, but we are supposed to resort to only sattvic way of worship. Okay, you cannot say, oh, that worship is wrong, because people worship in that way also, and for some things, that worship is required also for really, if suppose like let us say when there is a really big battle happening and all, and for Shatru Samhara, for enemies have to, we want enemies to bite dust or something like that, let us say. Okay, we want to defeat the enemies. For that kind of things, or for negative forces, there will be there. When positive forces are there, always think that negative forces will also be there. When good is there, always bad is there. So everything in the creation exists in a equal, exists in a balance. If good is there, bad it will be there. That's it, period. If good and bad both are not there, then that will be Parabrahma. Okay, you have to understand that. Hot is there, cold will be there. Okay, so
What about warmth?
warmth. That's the thing. Degrees of hotness, degrees of coldness. That's what it is, right? All the sattva, rajas, tamo, guna, all the degrees, different degrees come out as different beings. So that is what. Why, if you come across people drinking alcohol and thinking that Amma also drank alcohol, we should know that that is their way of worship, and we should not comment on it. Okay, one thing, but that is not right. That's a different thing. But they are worshipping in something called Vamachara. Okay, that is a different way of worshipping, but we should not follow that. Nobody should follow that. Okay, that is for different purposes, and they have their own. They will have to go through their own difficulties because of those things. Because I told you, right? Like Brahma Rakshasa, he got possessed. Why do you believe in all these things? Yes, because I have seen it. Okay, I have seen. I've seen once my nana, my father, my nana, when we went to Kashi, when I was a little baby. Okay, my amma, she always told me. I was maybe 2 years old, maybe less than 2 years old or
How do
something
you
like that.
remember?
Because my amma told me. That's why Amma told me. That's why I remember. So, my father, he wanted to take his mother also to Kashi. So with a lot of difficulty, they all went to Kashi, and I was a little baby. My mother was pregnant also at that time. She was so, and actually, what happened is when they went into a room, my father had to fight some kind of invisible force which was coming on to them. Okay,
How
he had to really, he did. My father, my nana, Tataya did it. Okay,
how would
so that is what that happens. Those things will be there. So that is one kind of personal that my nana had. I have seen other negative forces also. So they will be there. That is why we have to never. They say that we should never leave your hair out. Okay, you should always braid it or put some knot or something like that. Put it like this. So people who leave their hair out, they are allowed to only for half hour, maybe to dry the hair, they can keep it or something like that, only for some purpose. And after that, they have to do the braiding again. They should not leave it because otherwise, those kind of people will be possessed by the negative forces when they go to certain kind of places. Okay, generally in our homes and all, we do Devata worship, so there won't be any negative forces inside the homes because we do Devata worship. Are you understanding the point I'm trying to tell you?
are you
Yes?
understanding my question?
Yes, what is the question, please?
How would he fight it?
You ask Tataya, he will tell you. Okay, that's his job to tell you. Okay.
I'm getting a book.
Okay, come. Vithala. So today we are going to talk about Ucchishta Ganapati. See that? Ucchishta. This is another way of tantric worship. Okay, this is also they worship this form for some purposes. Okay, first we will hear the story. Yesterday I told you in Kashi Khanda how many forms of Ganapati are told? 56 forms. Okay, say that 56 forms.
56.
And what is the main first one we have to see when we go to Varanasi? Dhundi Ganapati. Because it's my favorite. I want you guys also to remember Dhundi Ganapati. Yes, because I am your teacher, you will have to remember. And in Shiva Purana, they have told 5,116 forms. And in Ganesha Kanda, Brahma Vaivartha Purana, yesterday we talked about 16 forms also, right? Sumukhaschaika dantascha kapilo gajakarna
लंबोदरश्च विगतो
विघ्नराजो
विघ्नराजो
गणाधिपः धूमकेतुर्गणाध्यक्षः बालचन्द्रो
गजाननः वक्रतुण्डशूलकर्णो
शूर्पकर्णः
हिरण्यकशिपुः
हेरम्बः स्कन्दभूपजः षोडशैतानि नामानि अपठे शृणुयादपि विद्यारम्भे विवाहे च प्रवेशे निर्गमे तदा सङ्ग्रामे सर्वकार्येषु विघ्नस्तस्य न जायते. 5 years back we learned this, right? I'll put this again and I'll make you chant it again, Karna Akshara and Vithal. So once what happened was, so we are talking about Ucchishta Ganapati. In Ganesh Purana, there are so many forms of Ganapati that it's like uncountable. That's one thing. So now coming to this. Once what happened was, say, Narada is there, right? Devarshi Narada. Okay, he wanted to proclaim the glory of Vigneshwara. Vigneshwara is so great. Okay, and he wanted to tell everybody about in the world about that. Vigneshwara Ganapati, he is so great. So he wanted to tell everybody about the glory of Ganesha or Ganapati. No. We are talking about Ucchishta Ganapati. Okay, Sishta. Say that. Sishta. We learned about the word Sishta, right? Here in this context, it means great one, good one, excellent one, or one who can do several good tasks. Okay, in this context, it means that. Sishta means great one, very good one, excellent one, and one who does several good tasks. And Ut, say that, Ut. Ut means like there is no right word for it in English. You can say in Telugu, it means much more, much more. So much more greater one, like much more greater one. What can you say? It's like superlative or excellent. It's on top of that, there is nothing. Okay, it is the greatest. You can say like that. Okay, Ucchishta. So Ut plus Sishta makes Ucchishta. Say that?
Ucchishta.
Okay, Cha has a Cha Otu. Ucchishta.
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 Ucchishta, like that. Okay, so it becomes like that. That's according to Sanskritam, it becomes like that. So, how should we worship this Ganapati form? He wanted to know. And who will come out of what kind of difficulties by worshipping this form? He wanted to know that also. So, now, because he wanted to know this during that time, even though Ganapati has so many other forms, I told you. Yesterday, I told you there is a form that blesses you really fast. Okay, which is known as Kshipra Ganapati.
Ganapati.
Vallabha Ganapati. Say that Vallabha Ganapati, Uddanda Ganapati,
Ganapati.
Trimukha Ganapati, Trimukha Ganapati, Trimukha, Dvimukha Ganapati. Like that, Siddhi Buddhi Vallabha. You saw yesterday we learned about the Kalyanam of Vigneshwara, right? Siddhi Buddhi are his consorts, right? Do you remember that? You remember that part? So now, so many other forms are there, but does not know. He wanted to know which one is the greatest of all. Okay, the most greatest of all. He wanted to know, and this happened during the time of Swarochisha Manu. Say that.
Swarochisha.
Okay, there are 14 Manvantaras. I told you. Do you remember that? For one Kalpa, there are 14 Manvantaras. Now I am going to tell you the Manu's names. Okay, just listen to it. Listening to it itself removes the papas. Okay, close it. Close it, but listen. Listen with concentration. Okay. The first Manu is Swayambhuva Manu. Say Swayambhuva. Second one is Swarochisha Manu.
Swarochisha Manu.
Okay, this story which we are going to talk about happened during the Swarochisha Manu time. Okay, Swarochisha Manu time. The third Manu is Uttama. Say that? Uttama. Uttama Manu. Because we listened to this story on the first day of Heramba Ganapati, a couple of days back. Like Uttama's father, this Uttama Manu's father he married to a lady who was very, no, not the rope lady. She threw hot liquid onto him and he performed the Mitra Kameshti Yaga. Remember? Okay, this Uttama Manu's father is that. Okay, and fourth Manu is Tamasa. Say that?
Tamasa.
And fifth Manu is Raivata. And sixth Manu is Chakshusha. Seventh Manu is, anybody can tell me? We are in that Manvantara. I have been telling you that for the past 2 weeks now. Vaivasvata. You guys, we are in that Manvantara. Vaivasvata Manvantara. Okay, you have to know the time this actually. Okay, eighth Manu is Surya Savarni. He is the son of Surya and Chaya Devi. Okay, and the ninth Manu is Even Vaivasvata Manu is also a son of Surya and Sanya Devi.
Wait, honey auntie.
Yeah.
The Manvantaras are named after people?
No, Manvantaras will be ruled by them. Okay. They are named after not people. You cannot say they are people, but they are the
No,
first
not.
beings that came from Brahma. Okay. They are not like, they are divine beings only. Kind of, but not that exactly Devatas. They are like, that's what I'm telling. But before Brahma, there is nothing. First Brahma came, then only the creation came. But before Brahma, yeah, there is a white lotus came, Pundarikam. Two things. Yes. Naval. Vishnu is always there. He is always there. Right? Anyways. Okay, he is there always. Okay. Not helping, you are not listening. You have to get the stuff out. Okay, so eighth Manu is Surya Savarni. Say that?
Surya Savarni.
Okay. Ninth Manu is Meru Savarni.
Meru Savarni.
10th Manu is Daksha Savarni.
Daksha Savarni.
11th Manu is Rudra Savarni.
Rudra Savarni.
And 12th Manu is Brahma Savarni.
Brahma Savarni.
13th Manu is Rautya.
Raudhya.
14th Manu is Bhautya.
Bhautya.
So this will be happening like a cycle. So for every kalpa, one kalpa is 1 day for Brahma, right? So Brahma lives for 100 years. And in his 1 year, there will be 360 days. So there will be 360 kalpas for his 1 year. And Brahma right now, he is in his 51st year. This Brahma, for our Brahma, he is in his 51st year right now. Yeah. Now, during the Manu time, okay, during this Swarochisha Manu, second Manu's time, okay, so this is happening the 1 day of Brahma only, okay. We are like in the same day of the Brahma, but in a different Manvantara. So, now he thought, which Ganapati should be worshipped to come out of the difficulties fast? What is the greatest form? Narada got this doubt, right? So, this is which one is the greatest form? Okay, Narada. When Heramba we are worshipping, Heramba is the greatest form. Now Narada got this doubt, so he wanted to clear this doubt. So he is going to Kailasa right now. Okay. Narada got this doubt. So to clear his doubts, he went to Kailasa. And Shiva, at the time, he was in his yoga mudra. He was keeping his hands like this. And he was sitting like this. And he, with his eyes half closed, he was in a yoga mudra. And he was not in it, yeah, half closed, completely closed also, like that. Okay, and he was not talking, he was not saying anything, he was doing the thing. And Narada thought, what is this? I came all the way to know about Ganapati. And he is Shiva's son. Who is better than telling me? Only Shiva can explain the Ganapati's greatness, right? So I am trying to get him to talk. Listen, please. Instead of, no asking questions, just listen. Okay, listening is very, very important. Okay, without asking. No. If you have any questions, save them for later. Hence, who else can tell me detailedly about Ganapati? He thought. Okay, he thought about that. And at that time, he went to Parvati. She was there. And he went, Amma, I am waiting for Shiva to open his eyes, but he is Swami Varu, he is in Yoga Nishtha. So, can you at least tell me about Ganapati? Which form is the greatest and all? Can you tell me? Then Amma said, now we cannot tell you, Narada, this is not the time. Okay, one should not praise their own son. Why did she say that? Remember this, one should never praise their own son according to the Shastras. Nowadays, it's like parents are going on praising their kids. Okay, one should never praise their own sons according to Shastras, even though they know that they are great. Still, they are not supposed to. So, if you go to Vaikuntha, go to where?
Vaikuntha.
Vaikuntha, who stays in Vaikuntha?
Vishnu.
Okay, here we are learning some other stuff also. Please note that. Okay. Vishnu will tell you about Ganapati's glory. Okay, he's going to tell you. Go there and find out about Ganapati. So Narada came to Vaikuntha now. He did Namaskaram to Lakshmi Devi first with a lot of devotion and faith, and then did Namaskaram to Vishnu. Again, second thing we are learning today. Okay. So when you see Lakshmi Narayana, Parvati Parameshwara, Vani Hiranyagarbha, if you see like couple devatas or couple sages, Vasishta, Arundhati, and Sita, Rama, like that. Or when you see like that, first you have to do namaskaram to the female form. Okay, first you have to do namaskaram to Lakshmi, and then you have to do namaskaram to Narayana. First you have to do namaskaram to Saraswati and then Brahma. Okay, like that. First Parvati and then Parameshwara. That is how we should do the namaskaram. So that is according to the Shastras. So even though, even if you see Guru Garu, if you have Guru Garu and Guru Garu's wife is there, so you have to do namaskaram to Guru Patni first. Okay, and then do the namaskaram to Guru. Like that. This is what. Hmm? Like that, no, that is the Shastra. Like it, don't like it, doesn't matter. Shastra should be followed according to the Shastras. We told you, okay, Shastras are based on Vedas, okay? So we have to follow that. And as Narada knew about the Shastras, he did Namaskaram according to Shastras and asked, please tell me about Ganapati. He asked Vishnu, especially about that form of Ganesha, which is great, and how to worship that form. And then Vishnu started explaining this Ucchishta Ganapati story. Okay, this story is from the Brahma Vaivartha Purana, Ganesha Khanda. Okay, we are talking from the Puranam, Brahma Vaivartha Purana, and Ganesha Khanda. And Vishnu himself told this story. Whatever is telling, Vishnu himself told. And it is there to, some of it is in Brahma Vaivartha Purana, some of it is in Ganesha Purana. My Guru Garu, he told everything together, kept it together, and that is what I am sharing with you. So once, what happened? Parvati Devi, she thought, I want all of us, okay, travel to Kailasam. Okay, imagine that you are in the snow mountains and all like that. Okay, once Parvati Devi thought, I also want to have some children. Okay, I want to have some children. I want to get pregnant. Okay, and I want to give birth to a son. By that time, Parvati and Parameshwara were married. They did not have any children so far. So she wanted to, that they gave birth to like that. So she wanted to get pregnant and give birth to a son. At that time, she asked Shiva, okay, Shiva, I want to do this. I want to get pregnant. I want to have a son. Then he said, okay, you know what? If you get pregnant and you give birth to children, okay, in a normal human kind of way, those children, they will help Devatas and Rakshasas both equally. Because Shiva sees everybody equally. There is no difference between Devatas and Rakshasas. Okay, so he is neutral. So, yeah. So he said, so if you give birth to them, so if they help Rakshasas also in the same way they help Devatas, then what happens is Devatas will be in trouble. Devatas are generally Sattva Guna, they have Sattva Guna. Whereas Rakshasas, they have either Rajo Guna or Tamo Guna. Both are, Tamo Guna is horrible, but that means they violently kill. Okay. And Rajo Guna means they're constantly doing something or the other. Both are not very good. Both, yes. Okay. Tell me. Yes. Nah, Prahlada. Yeah. For Prahlada. Yes, Prahlada, his son Virochana, and his son Bali Chakravarti. These are all exceptions. Okay, there are some Vibhishana, even Ravana's brother Vibhishana, they are all exceptions. Okay, there will be exceptions everywhere. Okay, so he said, by that time, if they start helping the Rakshasas also equally, Devatas will be in danger. So you cannot have your own, you can have sons that you can raise. Okay, you can raise your sons, but you cannot get them, like, give them birth like a normal human, this kind of thing. He said, okay, then I don't have a choice of giving birth to kids by getting pregnant, right? Shiva said yes. That is the reason why Kumaraswamy also, he was not born without, he was born without a womb. Huh? And okay, that is a different story. Yeah, not Sandy. It's like from her, I will tell you that story is later. Let us stick to this now. Okay, this is very important story. You have to listen to it. Okay, and now if Amavari becomes pregnant, what happens is that kid will do help to the Devatas and Danavas also, and it is dangerous to Devatas. And if Danavas are going to help from that kid, that is actually this thing is explained in Shiva Purana. Okay, Shiva Purana. Now, one thing I wanted to tell you here. Okay. There are okay. Even though this is out of context, okay, this thing suddenly came. I just wanted to. Okay, stealing. Some people, they think that if you don't find a story, you can get the book, and if you steal that book, then you know what happens. What happens to those who steal? You know that?
Yeah, I saw it in the documents.
Okay, you saw it. Okay, they will become mute by in the next birth. They will not be able to talk. For doing prayaschitta, they have to read Saraswati Kavacha and all. And if anybody steals the sandals, chappulu, the shoes and all, generally in India it happens a lot, right? And godugu, the umbrella and the books, they are considered to be the worst things to steal in the stealing. Okay, you are not supposed. Nobody is supposed to steal that. No, you cannot take anybody else's footwear like that. Okay. Those who steal these things, they will not only go to Naraka, but they will be born as a person with diseases in the next births. Yes, Akshara.
Everybody has.
What if you accidentally take someone else's stuff?
Accidentally, when you do, then you return it to him and say sorry. That is the best thing to do. First thing. Okay. And that should be good enough. Otherwise, if it's not possible, you can at least send them some kind of communication. Okay. If you are really far away, sort of thing. Otherwise, that's why yes, what is it?
Actually related.
Okay, tell me.
Let's say somebody rents a book from a library, but they forget to turn it back. Will they still be born mute?
Oh, no, not because otherwise, generally what happens is libraries, you have to pay the fine.
Yeah,
You have to give the extra money.
Do it.
No, you pay the money, then it will be fine. You pay the money, then it is like prayaschitta.
You have to bring it back.
Atonement. Yeah, you can give it back to
Yeah,
them.
you have to bring it back, and then you have to pay the fine.
Yes.
It's late.
Yes.
So what if you don't give it back by accident?
Then you tell them that you are sorry, you are not able to give
What
it back.
if you forget?
Then for those kind of things, we that's why you have to read Saraswati Kavacha from the Brahma Vaivartha Purana. I told you. Okay, you have to read Saraswati Kavacha for that. Okay, this is something okay one should understand. Anyway, coming back to our story. So Narada went to Kailasa first, and then Parvati asked him to go to Vaikuntha again, and now Vishnu is telling. Okay, Vishnu is telling that Parvati, she wanted to get a son, but Shiva told she cannot get her own. She cannot get pregnant and give birth because that person will actually help both of them. And now Parvati asked Shiva the doubt she got. Now she got a doubt. As I don't have any way of having kids in my womb, what should I do? Because I want to get good children. Okay, what should I do? Then Shiva said, there is a vrata called Putraka Vrata. Say that? Putraka Vrata. Or Nanda Vrata. Nanda Vrata.
Nanda Vrata.
Nanda Vrata. Putraka Vrata or Nanda Vrata. So Putraka meaning which gives sons to you. Okay, what should you do? How are we supposed to do this vrata? She asked. Okay, there will be a lot of vratas like that where Parvati will ask Shiva and Shiva will explain how to do the vrata. And this vrata katha is also in Shiva Purana. But here my Guru Gar, he explained it briefly and I am going to tell you. So those who do not have sons and they want sons, they should worship Shiva with devotion and faith on every Chaturthi day. Which day? Chaturthi. Fourth. Okay. And on the next Panchami day, so fourth day of the each Paksha, and then on the fifth day, they should worship Vishnu. They should worship who on the fifth day?
Vishnu.
And then on Narayan. On Ekadashi day, that means 11th day, say Ekadashi. On that day, they have to donate milk or some rice. Okay, some raw rice they have to donate. Okay, they have to donate either milk or some raw rice. So like this, the whole year they have to do. Whole year, how many Chaturthis will be there? Yes, what is it?
For a daughter, is it worship Parvati on the Chaturthi days?
No, I don't know anything about daughter. For daughter, I have a totally different thing that is from Padma Purana that I will tell you later. That I will tell you guys later. Okay, first let us stick to this. Let us stick to the Putraka Vrata. Okay, so on the for one whole year they have to do this. So on Chaturthi day she should worship Shiva, and on the Panchami day she should worship Vishnu. On Ekadashi day she should donate milk and
Raw rice.
And some raw rice. So one whole year after doing this for every Chaturthi, as much as possible, they are not supposed to miss any days. If it is totally inevitable, that's fine. It is like that. So finally on the final Ekadashi day, okay, on the final Ekadashi day, after one whole year is done, and that Ekadashi day, they have to do Upavasa. Upavasa meaning fasting. Okay, they have to do Upavasa meaning fasting. if health is cooperating. If health is not cooperating, they can have milk and fruits and do the upavasa. Okay. The day after that, okay, the day after that becomes Dwadashi day. Say that? Dwadashi day. 12th day. Right? So on that day, they have to invite 2 or 3 people, or if you can afford, you can invite more people. And you have to feed them nice food. Okay, you have to give them two to three great people. Those are the roti gadu. It should be a little more pappu, kura, a lot of appetizers, all these kind of nice good things. Not bread. Okay, meaning puri you can keep like that. Okay, chapati, puri, that kind of things you can keep. Samosa also, yeah, you can keep. Okay, but not without masala. Okay, no masala stuff. Okay, masalas are not good. Okay, they call, okay, anyways. So on the Dwadashi day, she is supposed to feed the people. So on that day, when on the Dwadashi day, she has to offer one fruit to Shiva Parvati and one and Lakshmi Narayana. Okay, to them, they and eat that fruit as the prasada. So those who do this vrata will definitely have sons. Okay, this vrata was actually followed by Aditi also later, and she got Vamana. She gave birth to Vamana. Okay, that is Payovrata actually. This is a Putraka Vrata. That is Payovrata. Anyway, this is told in and so everybody now you are all familiar with the vrata procedure, right? How to do it and all. So Parvati Devi performed this vrata with lot of devotion and faith. The faith is something really important, guys. She did not question, is it really going to happen? No, with a lot of faith, she did it. And one thing is, what is it, Amma?
Lot of Shraddha.
Lot of Shraddha. Excellent. Lot of, yes. And for one whole year, she did it. So 1 year completed. And she did Upavasa on the Ekadashi day. And she woke up on the Dwadashi day as usual, like normal. When you want some desires to be fulfilled, okay, even though it is Parvati Devi, who is Amma, okay, right, for everybody. Still, she had to do it like a human lady because she had a desire and that desire need to be fulfilled. Okay, that's the reason why. And when on the Dwadashi day, she woke up and she she took head bath in the river Ganga. Okay, like a normal human lady like that. And she kept food for some great Brahmins before the Dwadashi time is going to be over. You know who ate when she made food and kept? Okay, Sage Vasishta. You guys know Sage Vasishta, right? He's the Purohita for the Rama, the Surya Vamsha. And then Sage Kaundinya. Just say the names of the sages. Vasishta,
Vasishta,
Kaundinya,
Kaundinya,
Atri,
Atri,
Marichi,
Marichi,
Daksha,
Daksha,
Agastya,
Agastya,
Kapila,
Kapila,
Sandilya,
Sandilya,
Kratu,
Kratu,
Kanva,
Kanva,
Utsa,
Utsa,
Kutsa,
Utsa,
Bhrugu,
Bhrugu,
Vishwamitra,
Vishwamitra,
Maitreya,
Maitreya,
Markandeya,
Markandeya,
Asuri,
Asuri,
Vamadeva,
Vamadeva,
Kapi,
Kapi,
Durvasa,
Lurvasa,
Baka,
Baka,
Vyaghrapada, Mandavya,
Mandavya,
like all these great sages, they came because they have the ability to come to Kailasa. They could come. Okay. So they all came and they all ate and they got the divine opportunity of eating Amma's cooked food. Okay, when she kept it. And they all left after eating. And now she was about to eat. She kept a leaf in front of her and she sat in front of her because she also has to eat before the Dwadashi time is up. So is over. So then when she sat and she got all the food served, she did not put water in her hand yet to start eating. Okay. When she sat, she's just in front of her leaf. Immediately she heard a sound saying Bhavati Bhikshan Dehi, like that. Bhavati Bhikshan Dehi. That means Amma, Bhavati meaning Amma, please give me some food. Okay. Dehi meaning please give me Bhiksha. Bhiksha meaning food. And she immediately got up because if anyone is hungry, we should not. One thing, this is another thing we are learning today. Okay, so many things we are learning. When you are seeing in couples form, you have to do the female form namaskaram first, and then the male form. We learned that, right? And stealing is wrong. And now the new thing we are learning now is when you are eating food. Okay, somebody came and they came out of hunger and they said, please give me some food. And you cannot say, oh, I am eating food, I cannot get up in the middle. You cannot say that because that other person is with hunger. Okay. Or you cannot say, oh, Naivedya, we did not do the Naivedya in our home yet. Oh, we are still cooking food. We cannot say that. We have to give them something because they are actually dying of hunger. Okay. For those who we should not say, for those who say, okay, wait for some time, or sorry, I cannot give you, not yet, like that. Yes, what is it?
Get more food. And
You know very well it is not, it is a stupid question. I'm asking. Yes, what is it?
And what if it's done yet?
No. If somebody comes with hunger and if they ask, it is a strict rule, guys. Very, very strict rule that we have to get up and give them food. Okay, if people do not do that, if they don't give food, those people will be born in poverty in the next birth. So we do see people right now, right, who are very poor, who are struggling for food and all, because in previous births they might have did it, they might have did this kind of sin. That is why they are born in poverty. That's why we should know this. For some people, how much ever they try, they won't get money, they won't get food and all. The main reason for that is when guest comes to their home hungry, okay, they might not have kept food for them. Okay, it is said in Markandeya Purana. Okay, Markandeya Purana, say that. Markandeya.
Markandeya Purana.
In that Purana, it is said that if anyone comes in the afternoon time to the front of your home, or to your home, saying that they are hungry and ask for food, okay, as they are really hungry, then without saying a word, we should just give that person food. You should not think, oh, he is sweaty. Oh, why don't you take bath and come? Then I will give you nice food. I'll heat it by the time, like that. No, if that person is, you should not see what his caste is, what his creed is, what kind of person he is, how he is smelling, nothing. We should think of nothing, and we should think of that person as Vishnu. Say that.
Vishnu.
Atithi abhyagataha swayam Vishnu. That means whoever came at that time, he himself is the Vishnu. You know, in Sripada Srivallabha Swami Charita, we say Sripada Srivallabha Narasimha Saraswati Sri Guru Dattatreya Namaha. We say that, right? That Sripada Srivallabha Swami, you know, when he was born, again, I'm going away from the story. Please excuse me for that, but listen to this. He came as a Avadhuta. He came to in front of Sumati, say Sumati, to her home. At that time, there was a Pitru Karya happening. That means that on that day, for Pitru Devatas, they are doing something on that day. That was happening. But this man came and he asked for Amma Bhavati Bhikshandehi. That means, please give me some food. And the Bhoktas, whoever were there to eat the food, they did not eat yet. Okay, it did not happen yet. But still, she just took some food and she gave it to him. And immediately he asked, you gave me food when I'm hungry. Okay, because she thought of him as Vishnu and she gave him. Okay, or Datta, like that. And he said, because you gave me food, I want to give you a boon. What do you want? Then she said, okay, it is heard that Sripada Srivallabha Swami is going around in this Kali Yuga. I want to see his form. Then he laughed out loudly, and he immediately transformed himself into Sripada Srivallabha Swami. Okay, he got transformed into that. Because he himself came, he wanted to test her. Okay, and then she asked, I want to have you as my son, like that. Okay, and she did namaskaram to him and all. But what I mean to say is, when somebody comes hungry, we have to think of them as Vishnu and we have to give them food. Okay, we should not say any bad words. If you don't have food at all, do you remember how Shankaracharya, he went to on Dwadashi time? Remember that lady? She searched. She was born in poverty because she did not give anything in donation in her previous life. Even Lakshmi Devi herself told that. And then when he sang Kanakadhara Stotram, what happened? All the
Gooseberries fell.
golden gooseberries fell, right? Like that. Why? That's what. So we have to understand these are the dharmas. Through these stories, we are learning our dharmas, guys. Remember that. So what happens is, whoever gives like that, they will get good children. Okay. So what is the benefit of doing this? Okay. One thing is you will have a lot of money. Okay. And you will get good children and there will be a lot of saubhagyam. Okay, in the coming births, in the next births they are going to take, there will be a lot of good fortune for them, good fate for them. Otherwise, they will be born with misfortune, Okay. So Amma knew all of this. Okay. Amma knew all of these dharmas because she knows everything, right? So she immediately went out and there was a man wearing saffron clothes there. And he had great matted hair. I want you to imagine him, guys. When I'm telling this, when I'm describing the form, I want you to imagine. He was having kundalas in his ears. There were some earring like this. It was hanging. And he had a danda in one hand. Danda meaning a long stick like that in one hand. And a kamandalu. Kamandalu meaning it's a small, this bowl sort of thing. They keep water in that. Okay. They'll carry water in that. And he was having like that. And he was wearing fully saffron clothes, right? Fully he was wearing saffron clothes. Saffron means you guys know, right? Kashaya. Kashaya clothes. Okay. Orange color. You can say that. And then he was wearing deer skin, like the way we wear belt around your waist. Okay, like that he was wearing deer skin around his waist. Okay, that is what he was looking like. And he was in dark complexion. He was looking, his skin is dark in color. Okay. And she looked at him and she immediately said, please come in, come in. She did not ask any questions. Who are you? No, what is it? And like that, she did not ask any questions and brought him in with a lot of respect. And she was sitting there. Her leaf was served, right? Okay. Whatever food is served on this leaf, okay, I already saw that food. Okay, when one sees the food, that food cannot be given to somebody else. So it will not be good. It is not right to serve that. So Parvati Devi said, uh, you know what? She first made him, she gave him water and he said, where would you like to sit? Okay, would you like to sit on the floor or would you like to sit on a asana, the couch and all? Uh, then he replied, that man immediately replied, what do you think of me? I won't sit here and there. Wherever you say, I will not sit. Why I want to sit. If you want me to sit someplace, okay, I am going to. It will not be good if I cannot sit on the floor. Then Partha said, all right. Okay, where would you like to sit then? That man said, I will sit on your mattress. I want to go to your bed and I want to sit there. There is a bed that Shiva and Parvati that they use, right? They sit on. And Parvati thought, no one sat on that bed till now other than Shiva and me. Okay, no one dares to even ask to sit on that. She thought, she immediately did not respond. Okay, she thought. And then this man, look, I did not see this man so far, but he came till Kailasa. Okay, if one can come till Kailasa means they have lot of ascetic power. Okay, so he might have lot of tapashakti. Okay, so and he came here to Kailasa asking for food, so he must not be a common man. Anyways, he is asking to sit on bed. If guests ask, okay, if we want to sit on bed and eat, that's not my problem. I have to fulfill their wishes. So, okay, you please sit on the bed. Like that, she showed the bed, and then she went inside. She immediately like that. She is Annapurneshwari, right? She is none other than Annapurna. Do you remember the Annapurna story? Again and again, I'm trying to get you there. So so she said, she went and she immediately cooked food and on a golden plate she served all the pakshya, bhokya, toshya, lehya. That means there are different kinds of foods, right? One you can eat, one you can swallow, one you can drink. Okay, one you can jelly, right? Jam sort of stuff. Okay, all different kinds of stuff will be there. So in all varieties, she got food. Okay, she got food in every other variety, and she served him. And she got the plate, and she looked for the man. And he was nowhere to be seen. He was not on the bed. He was nowhere to be seen. She's like, where did he go? And she put the plate on the side, and she looked for him. And on the bed, she saw a small, tiny baby who is only of this size, who is only of the size of her palm. She's like, she had to look into, because she was looking like very carefully. He's so tiny. And as she was seeing him, oh, look at that. It's such a small baby is there. And as she was looking at him, he became this big. He became like as big as a rock. And he was so beautiful. He was so fair in complexion. He was looking white. Look, he was looking white in complexion. His ears are so beautiful. And his hair is curly, curly, totally curly hair. And his nose is so beautiful. He's very, very beautiful boy. And she was like, immediately Parvati understood that whoever came now is none other than Vishnu. Who came to her home seeking alms is none other than Vishnu himself. Okay. And then he understood because she knows it. And he was with dark complexion, came dressed in saffron clothes and asked for bhiksha. By the time I went in and came for getting food, he became like a tiny baby boy, he thought. And she immediately picked up that boy with lot of joy, with lot of happiness. She immediately picked up that boy. And she asked that baby boy, he should look at him and said, "You are Vishnu, right?" That's what she said. And he said, like that he nodded. He said, yes, yes, I am Vishnu. Huh?
Ganapati or the other one?
Ganapati only. Vishnu came himself became Ganapati for her. Yeah.
The one that Shiva took the hell.
No, that we will talk. That's a different kalpa. Okay, this happened in the this kalpa. I mean Swarochisha Manvantara. Okay, you are Vishnu, right? The boy nodded his head and agreeing with her, and so immediately they named him Shiva and Parvati named him Vishnu. Okay, what did they name him? Vishnu. And this story is from the Brahma Vaivartha Purana Ganesha Khanda. This is not created by anyone. This came directly from the story. If you remember the shloka, Shuklambaradharam Vishnu,
Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam.
Vishnu. Remember that Vishnu, that shloka is for this Ganapati, this Ucchishta Ganapati. Okay. So Vishnu was pleased with now they thought Vishnu was very pleased with the Putraka Vrata because she worshipped Shiva, she worshipped Vishnu, right? So he was pleased, and Parvati Devi performed, and he came as a boy to her to become her son. And she thought that Paramatma himself came as her son and named him Vishnu. And let us say the words. Shuklambaradharam
Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam. Prasannavadanam Jayet Sarvavijñopashante.
Gajanana Padmarkam
Akam Gajananam
Anekadam
Dantam Bhaktanam
Ekadam
Tam Pasmahe.
Okay, now the Gajavadanam did not come yet. Okay, Gajavadanam did not come yet. So we will do only till Vignopasantaya. Shuklam Bharadharam. Shuklam Bharadharam, meaning one who is wearing white clothes. Do you guys remember? I told you this also before. Okay, one who is wearing white clothes. Vishnu meaning one who is wearing. Vishnu means Vyapaka Sila, one who is everywhere. But here it also means that Vishnu himself came as Ganesha, right? It means that also. Okay, and he is Sheshivarnam. That means he is in the hue of the moon. You know how moon looks like, right? So bright from inside, like that. So bright like that. And he had Chaturbhujam, 4 hands, and happy face. Happy face. One thing. Prasanna Vadanam means 2 words. Right? Prasanna Vadanam means one which has happy face. When you look at that face, you become happy, and it is happy face. That's one thing. And Prasanna also means elephant. Prasanna also means elephant. Okay, according to a Nighantu meaning dictionary in Sanskritam, Sarva Shabda Nighantu. There is a dictionary like that in Sanskritam. So I am praying him. Okay, Dhyayet meaning I am praying him for what? Sarva Vighnopashantaye. For all the Vighna meaning obstacles. For all the obstacles. Sarva meaning all. So Sarva Vighna, all obstacles, Upashantaye, to get rid of all the obstacles. Okay, to get rid of all the obstacles, I am praying him. Okay, so that is the reason, that is how this verse also came into existence. Okay, so now what happened? Generally we will think that Vishnu is generally in dark complexion. How come he came as this thing, right? Now again, away a little apart from the story, but this is from the Bhagavata. In Bhagavata Purana, Vithala, in Bhagavata Purana, when Lord Krishna was born, okay, when Krishna Paramatma was born to Devaki, okay, he was immediately appeared with all the arms and all. Vithala, sit down, sit down. He was born with all, he showed his Vishwarupam when he was born itself, okay, and at that time he told, I come in 4 different colors, okay, I express myself, I show myself, I mean, in 4 different colors. One is in Dhavala. Say that. Dhavala. Aruna.
Aruna.
Pita. Krishna.
Krishna.
Krishna Varnas. Okay, Dhavala meaning white. Okay, he will be in white color. Okay, when he will be in white color, I'm going to tell you, and I want everybody to listen carefully. Okay, then Lord Krishna Paramatma himself told this. Okay, Krishna Paramatma told that when I was born in white color, when I was born to Prushni,
Krishni.
I was known as Prushni Garbha at that time. Prushni Garbha. Is that?
Krishni
Prushni
Garbha.
Garbha. That is one of the incarnation of Vishnu. And then in the second time, I was born as Vamana. Vamana to Aditi and Kashyapa. At that time, I was in red color. Okay, I was in red color at that time. Okay,
Vishnu could be in red.
Aruna Varnam meaning a red color. Reddish hue. Some people will have reddish hue, right? Like that. It will be like not. No, the third time,
Like this.
yeah, yes. Third time, I was in black color, Krishna. Okay, third, at that time, Krishna. And I will be born in yellowish gold color, golden yellow, like that. When Kalki, as Kalki. Okay, when the Kalki is going to come, he will be in the golden color. And if you really want to know complexion, generally, many people think of Satyanarayana Swami as in dark color, okay, dark complexion. Whereas, if you look in Skanda Purana, okay, and it is told as I will tell you. Okay, in the if we many people they keep that kind of picture, but you should have a different color picture. Okay, I will tell you what picture also. If you read the stories, we will know that if you go to this generally Satyanarayana Swami Puja, everybody knows about this, right? You guys know about Satyanarayana Swami Puja, right? So in the Satyanarayana Swami Puja, it is from Skanda Purana. You guys, Skanda Purana. In that Purana, Narada actually Narada went to Vaikuntha and saw, he came to earth and he saw people going through all kinds of difficulties and he felt very bad. He went to Vishnu to Vaikuntha. Okay, he went there and he asked him to remove all the obstacles of the people. How can they get rid of these obstacles in the Kali Yuga? And in Skanda Purana, the verse says like this: Tatra gatva Jagannatham Shuklavarnam Chaturbhujam. Shuklavarnam. Shuklam Baradharam. We said Shukla means white. Okay.
Rakta means
Rakta means blood. Anyway, Shuklavarnam meaning Satyanarayana Swami will always be in white color. Okay. He has to be in white color. Narada went to Vaikuntha. He saw Jagannatha with 4 arms and he was in white color at that time. So when he is blessing us as Satyanarayana Swami, he will be in that form. Okay, not as Rama and Krishna, he will be in dark complexion. Okay, as Vamana, he will be in red complexion. That is what we have to understand. So we should not think that Bhagavan is always in dark in complexion. We should not think like that. Okay, we can think that, okay, in Dwapara Yuga, he came as Krishna. In that Krishna form, yes, he is like that. And in the Kalki Avatara, till then, okay, we can see him, Krishna, as in a dark complexion. Whereas in the Kalki Avatara, he is going to come in which complexion again?
Golden.
Golden yellow. Yeah, golden yellow. Pita Varnam. Pita meaning yellow. And gold is yellow in color. That's the reason why. So he mentions even, one of the Purana Purusha who saw all these different colors of Vishnu when he showed himself is Jambavan. You guys know Jambavan, right? Jambavanta. The bear in the Kishkindakanda. Okay. Okay. So Jambavan is the one who he saw Prishni Garbha and he saw Vamana. He went around Vamana 3 times when Vamana was actually trying to occupy all the earth and then the heavens and everything. So at that time, and he saw Parshurama, Rama, Krishna, and he's going to see Kalki also. And after this Kali Yuga, then he's going to go to the Vaikuntha. You guys know how Jambavan is born, right? Do you know how Jambavan was born? You forgot? Forgot, huh? Let's say that. Okay, Jambavan was born out of the nose of our Brahma. Okay, yeah, just like Varaha.
Each body part
Uh,
is
That's why he is known as the son of Brahma. Okay, and he has the Brahma Amsha. He is one of with the Brahma Amsha who helped Rama. So when Vishnu himself came as Ganapati, because of the Putraka Vrata, what Parvati performed, they extremely became pleased now. Now he is Sishta. Everybody started saying he is Sishta. That means he is the great one, exemplary one. And he is Ucchishta. That means there is no one greater than him. So Ucchishta Ganapati. Ucchishta Ganapati. So he is the result of the Putraka Vrata. And so he became the Ucchishta Ganapati. That means he is the greatest form. And Parvati Devi celebrated the birth of Ucchishta Ganapati a lot. She was extremely happy. And Shiva also came. Vishnu came to me as my son, he said. And with that happiness, they performed all the Jata Karmas. Jata Karma meaning whatever that needs to be performed, like you name him and you do certain things and all, whatever the things that are required, they did all those kind of general procedures that needs to be done. Yes. What is it? Thanks. Okay. And now everyone in the world came and they kept food for everyone, and visitors praised them, saying, Amma, Parvati Amma, what is there to talk about? Your fortune, you are Jaganmata. You give bhagim to everyone, you give children to everyone, and you perform the Putraka Vrata for the children. And this is only a Leela. You are only doing it for the purpose of when gods do something, it is like a Leela. And because of that Vrata, you got Vishnu as your son. They all gave lot of gifts. And this is how this story, some gave rings, some gave chains, some gave money, some gave crowns, some gave clothes. And Amma also, and when they all came and they ate, and when they were returning, when they were going back, Amma also gave them a lot of return gifts. Okay, nice gifts when they were leaving. Okay, should I stop it here and go to the next story tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, because the next story is a little bigger one.
And I have a recommendation.
Okay, shall I do it tomorrow?
Yes.
No, they are not saying anything. What? What do you want me to do?
Voting.
You are the one who knows. No, your vote doesn't count. Okay, tomorrow's story is going to be, because it's like 1/2 hour long story, guys. You want to sit with it? It's a very good story. If you want to sit.
We're gonna have to start that from the beginning of the class.
Okay. Question mark, guys. Okay. What we will do is we will do it tomorrow. Okay?
Okay.
Because this is entirely, remember this story. Okay, whatever story that we are going to say tomorrow removes the Shani doshas. Okay, Shani doshas meaning there is a planet called Shani. I'm going to give a small introduction about that. Okay, Shani meaning Shanai Charta. That means he moves very slowly, and he gives his job is he has got the worst job in this whole wide world. You can say. Not the worst job. Yama got the worst job. But he got a little, he makes people suffer for the ill things that they did in their previous births. Okay, whatever. That is his job. But there is nothing that he can do about it.
Literally just
Karma, but there is somebody who is in charge of it, right? Okay.
yes. And if that somebody doesn't give the karma, God, the
That
world
karma is performed by us only. So he is the one who gives results for that. And whoever listens to the story that is that we are going to talk about, okay, especially those who are born in the Anuradha Nakshatram, Revati Nakshatram, this kind of people, okay, these people, they will get rid of all the doshas of the Shani if we listen to this story. And it's a very powerful story. And keep that in mind. We are going to talk about it tomorrow. Okay. Om Sri Ganeshaya
Namaha.
Sri Saraswatye Namaha Sri Pada Vallabha Narasimha Saraswati Sri Guru Dattatreya
Namaha.
Tato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso
Tamah.
Gamaya Mrityorma Mritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti. Record mode.